Hey everybody, my name is Hannah Castle and I'm going to show you how to use Pecs, the Picture Exchange Communication System. I chose this communication system because it's the one that I'm most familiar with and it's the one that I've used the most often. I've used it with kids with autism who were nonverbal, and I've also used it with kids who had low intelligibility and just needed another option when people didn't understand them. So when I use Pecs, I like to start with an edible as the reinforcer. So I'll use a piece of candy, a piece of Reese cup, a cookie, anything that they really enjoy. Unless they have allergies, then I'll pick a toy or something. But I usually start with an edible. But there are 6 phases to Pecs. So the first phase teaches you how to communicate. The second phase teaches the child how to distance themselves from the picture and the reinforcer that you have. The third phase is picture discrimination. So the child will pick what exactly they're wanting out of the book and then hand that to you. So they'll flip through and look for it. The fourth phase is sentence structure. So they form a sentence on their sentence strip and then hand it to you. You say the sentence out loud and then give them what they asked for. The fifth phase is answering questions, and the sixth phase is commenting. So I like that it goes in steps and then it starts really small and gets bigger as the child learns. So tonight I'm going to demonstrate phase 1, which is just how to communicate. So I would show the child the picture of what I have, and then I'd show them the reinforcer. So I have a Jolly Rancher, and my picture was candy. So I'd have the Jolly Rancher, and if the child wanted the candy, they'd probably most likely try to reach for it, but I'd redirect them to the picture, and I'd point to the picture and say candy. Then the child would hopefully pick up the picture, hand the picture to me, and then I would give the child the candy. So that's how phase 1 works. And I always like to reinforce with the speech, just so they're getting that input and they know what it is. You could be specific, you could not be specific. It just depends on the child that you're working with. So for most of my kids, I would just call that a piece of candy and leave it at that. But if you want to differentiate, you can do that later on when you get to phase 3 of picture discrimination. I hope this was helpful.